Okay, so on the Cannondale website, this is the new System 6. Everybody, not everybody, but so many companies have released an aero bike recently, a disc aero bike, and they're really pushing that as the best. Climb, descend, draft, sprint. I think, in my opinion, Cannondale has the best marketing strategy right now. Look at that: climb, descend, draft, sprint. I've never ever seen a bike company use the word draft, uh, climb, and descend in the same thing. So it's pretty good tech. Anyway, so it looks like it comes with a power meter on there. It's got the BB30, which I'm not really a fan of BB30. I've ridden BB30 bikes. They generate most of them 99% of the time end up creaking and cracking and groaning and yes, there's solutions out there, but I don't see any advantage to BB30. I feel it's just, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. It is a deal breaker for me on a bike these days. The reason I bought the new Epic is because it ditched the BB30. I don't want to have to deal with the BB30 bike again. So that's why I haven't got a new tarmac, because it's got BB30. But anyway, so the BB30 is a deal breaker for me. But I've been using Cannondale product since 1998. So I've had a Cannondale bike every year in my fleet since 1998. So I'm definitely a fan of Cannondale. I'm a fan of Cannondale. Just not a fan of BB30. Anyway, so let's have a look at this System 6 Durace. Let's click it in there. So it's a pretty looking bike. These aero bikes, acid strawberry. I remember taking some acid trips with strawberries on them back in 1993. So that's an interesting looking bike. Doesn't look too bad. It looks very Cervelo S2 style from 2009, in my opinion. It's like the Cancellara bike there. So quite interesting. Let's have a look at the specs here. I love how Shimano's got rid of those doorknob levers. They've got a bit more of a slimlined lever there. We're here in Bangkok, by the way, if you can ask me where I'm at. Wheel set. Cannondale's bringing their own Knot 64. So they're really, and this is interesting, eco power meter. I'm not sure what an eco power meter is. Maybe some more information about that. And so it comes with the eco upgradable power, ready to activate. So apparently, if you pay a little fee, correct if I'm wrong, you can activate the power meter. So they come stock with a power meter, but you only pay for it if you want it. So that's interesting. Yeah, I wonder if there's going to be hacks out there where people are hacking the power meter without having to pay for the activation. That'll be interesting. But it's quite. I think for me, it's the market first. I remember Cannondale back in 2003 used to spec some of their bikes with SRM, so it's definitely forward thinking and flat out. Yeah, so it's an aggressive position they've got here. And let's have a look. Disc only. Let's have a look at the components you get with it. So the frame is basically the women's geometry, potentially ballistic. So it's a bit of a BB30A, which looks good, but I can no more BB30 comments from me. You know what I think about BB30. So it comes with 26mm tyres on the aero bike. Interesting stuff. Good. It's 5236, so they're not up there with Trek yet in terms of specking. 5034. It's got a 30 cassette on the back. If we've got a 30 cassette on the back of an aero bike, why aren't we putting a 5034 in the front? Just for me, it makes sense. Trek is market leader right now in that. So yeah. 160, 140 mil rotors, so you've got a lot of braking power on this bike. And let's have a look at the deal of it, the System 6 overall. So we just landed on the acid strawberry ones. What we've got here is you have a few different options. Makes every rider faster. You call it free speed or aerodynamic advantage. We call it culmination of a system-wide approach to speed, efficiency, and real-world performance. There's some pretty hard to debate articles there. So they're claiming that this bike, even though it's heavier, will climb faster up maybe 60% grades because it's more aero. That'll be interesting. I'd have to come up for a test ride to confirm that one. It's color-wise, that's a fluoro color, so I like that one. So, yeah, coming with, let's have a look. So we've got the high mod Dura-Ace. I'm going to click on this one because I like the color of this one. And as cyclists, we buy what our emotion gets triggered by. So they're claiming it's the most fastest, most efficient UCL legal bike on the road. Yeah, I don't see any. I'm not sure if Cannondale GC riders will use this bike. Well, that will be the ultimate test for me. The colour's nice. Will it fade? I'm not sure, but I know the Trek one doesn't that much. Let's have a look see here. So even that women's bike had a 5236, which was, in my opinion, way too hard to gear on. A 5034. Trek is got the lead here. Comes in at 45, 51, 54, 56, 58, so standard Cannondale sizing. Cannondale sizing. What a lot be like to ride. I guess I can get a test ride on one of these. It's got 3 bottle mounts. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe so you can put it up or down or whatever. It is a nice looking bike. I like the look of it. The Spiderman cranks, they shift really well. They feel very stiff. But again, that BB30 needs to be fixed. There needs to be some solution where these bikes are not creaking. BB30. I've ridden the Cannondales, the Williers, the Specialized, the BB30, and just too unpredictable for my liking. So let's have a look at where's the hype about the System 6? Here we go. So they got the white paper, they got all sorts of stats on there. So we're going to download that. Oops. Bigger meat better. So we're talking about optimized for 26mm tires. So yeah, this cockpit as well. Looks like you can adjust it, so that's really handy. Adjust your position. That's really important. The most post, airflow. So they're saying that's the best post, more aero. So the bars adjustability, interesting stuff. The chine. What's the chine? What's the chine? Foiling drag. Sleek as fork. So it might be sleek as fuck, sleek as fork. I like that one. It's pretty fun. So asymmetric legs for handling disc loads. Interesting. Asymmetry for instant response disc brake pedal loads. Impeccable handling. Fine, so down. So for me, what bike would I buy? I'd like to ride one of these first of all to see what it's about. This is what I would buy if I am going to get a new Cannondale. But again, it has the BB30, so let's pretend the BB30 doesn't exist. Which for a minute. These bikes do ride nice. EVO disc, interesting. This is what I would get. I would get their lightest bike that Cannondale currently make, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is this beauty over here. The Super 6 EVO Black Ink. And that's what I would grab. That's what I'd grab. It's got Chris King hubs. Actually, I would sell the wheels. I'm not a fan of Chris King hubs at all, but I'm a fan of these frames. I have ridden this bike before, and it does go very, 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 very nicely. I'm a fan of the Durace. So yeah, there you go. That's what I'd get if I was going to get a new Cannondale. So that's why I wouldn't buy the new Cannondale System 6, because I'm not a fan of bikes that weigh a lot for that much money. But again, everyone's different. You have to test ride and decide. So before you buy any new bike, take it for a test ride and then make any choices up, because what is good for me might not be good for you. But if you want the raw speed, climbing, aggressive, super lightweight bike, responsive, with decent tyre clearance is pretty good with these Cannondales. You fit 28mm in there. Then the Super 6 is going to be a hard bike to beat. Let's see what they've got better value on without the Chris King hubs. Let's check the dip says Chris King's for something like DT Swiss would be great. A DT Swiss, a DT Swiss got Mavic in there. I'm not a fan of Mavic. What's this? SRAM Red E-Tap. Let's have another look. Something mechanical here. Durace, high mod. Here we go. This one looks to be a good for value. Super 6 EVO. Not much in the frame weight difference really, in my opinion. There we go. That's a nice looking bike. That's interesting. It's like silvery. It's almost like a 2002 black CAD 5 back in the day. But yeah, so that was what sort of hubs we got in this bad boy. Doesn't say exactly what hubs we got. Hubs, Cannondale. I'm not sure those hubs quality, but anyway, the frame is good. These frames are easy to work on in terms of the cabling. External cables make it a lot easier for mechanics to work on, things like that. There you go. If you do have a BB30, let us know in the comment section down below what you'll be using to deal with creaking, etc. Yeah, I would like it to work. It works for some people, but it has never worked for me personally. Anyway, I'll see you next video. That is the Cannondale System 6. Not a bad bike. Not a bike that I would probably personally buy for my riding style, but I'd definitely be curious to ride one and see what the fuss is about. But for me, I can't go past those lightweight road bikes like the Super 6 with the normal brakes, They're super light. The brakes work fantastic, and for me, I can't beat that lightweight carbon road bike feeling with anything else.
Carbs, carb the fuck up, motherfuckers. Carb the fuck up. Corn, rice, potatoes, yams, bananas, mangoes, dates, plantains, melons, blueberries, blackberries, mulberries. Get them motherfucking carbohydrates in. Go vegan, motherfuckers. Carb the fuck up, the fuck up, the fuck up.